I actually have one more question. All right. Well, it might go further, but we'll see. So I know we've been talking about basketball a lot. You've been doing a lot of work the last couple years up in Peeping with park runs here. So
Oh
you
yeah,
want to talk about
sure.
runs in the park and
hmm
how that started and what it is for those that don't know?
Yeah. So I think it was 2016 or
Yep.
2017. I just started this Instagram page called Hoops in the Park, and it was a glorified pickup basketball game at the park. And but it had nodes of networking, right?
Hmm.
And it was founded off of the experience that I used to go to networking events,
Yeah.
and at these networking events it was so awkward, you know what I mean? They were so awkward where people were just and everyone's sort of fronting and saying, oh, I do this, or "Yeah, I do that," and stuff, and I was just this little like, hey, I make t-shirts, you know what I mean? And so I always just felt like, bro, this is so whack, and it didn't get cool until people started drinking, and then I started like talking about the Blazers or started talking about basketball. And that's where like I made the connections, it was through basketball. I was like, oh shoot, like, who's your team? And so that was sort of the birth of Hoops in the Park. But it's really a good run, man. It's one of the better outdoor runs in the city. We play at Colonel Summers, which is close to Back to the Basket. It's on 19th and Taylor. But yeah, it's Sunday run, 6 o'clock. Sometimes, in the winter time, or if it's raining out, we'll go to Boys and Girls Club on MOK and rent the space out, and it's like a $5 run because they charge us money. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good run, bro. We do little clips and stuff, and
Yeah.
so people get their clips,
Yeah.
but it's good, and people know that I'm pretty serious about like the good energy thing, and like LA Fitness and 24-hour fitness, they sort of breeds like a toxicity, and I just always was like, man, I always wanted to steer away from that. So Hoops in the Park has always had sort of this like, it has a good feel to it, and yeah.
And,
Now, I got one follow up
okay.
for you.
Okay.
Now, a
Okay.
little birdie, he told me actually from this past year there was a person at Hoops in the Park who actually tried out for the Rip City remix.
Oh, yeah.
What was that about?
So that was Jalen Thomas. That was he's he's the co-owner now of Back to the Basket.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Jay?
But yeah, so he's the one that's really just spearheading the social media thing.
Yeah.
And the Rip City remix, man, they charge what, $300 or $400 for tryouts.
Bro, what?
Zero people made it, bro. Zero people made it, right? There's like, I can't remember how many people were at the tryouts, but there was at least 300. But they invited Jay to come try out, and shoot a YouTube video.
Mm.
And so so he went and shot a YouTube video, and the crazy thing is like he's shooting a YouTube video and trying to do this, and also like, bro, these are some hoopers.
Yeah.
These are some hoopers, and there is, of course, granted, some people that shouldn't have been there, but there are some hoopers there, and so it was like it was a lot of pressure to ask of him, and he's not been training, he's just been working at the shop.
Yeah, and just some normal runs,
Yeah.
but like I ain't locking in like I'm trying to get a job.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So he says that he didn't play very good, and I believe him that he didn't, but I know he still held his own, and I seen him get buckets. So
Yeah. I forgot. I don't know if you know what. You familiar with Dre McCown, right?
of course,
Yeah. Didn't Dre try out?
I don't think he did, bro.
Okay.
I don't think he did.
All right. Well, because I want to say I watched the Rip City remix about 3 times this year.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like there's
Really?
at least 1 or 2 guards he
Oh,
for
for
sure. He
sure.
for sure could have
Oh, yeah.
swapped up, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. Hey, shout out to Dre.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And shout out to Rip City Remix for sponsoring the Play No Games podcast.
Mm.
We're looking forward to you this season.
Definitely.
Honestly, bro, they ought to. They ought to be, very creative and forthcoming with their sponsorships outwardly, instead of asking for sponsorships. They should probably
Yeah.
I don't know.
If we wanna,
Shoot some tickets to you guys or something.
Hey.
Hey, by all means, if
You
you
know what I
if you
mean?
need some street
Hey.
if you need some street content, just going into the stands.
Right.
Where you guys?
So, I was waiting for this part because when we had Hoops in the Park, right?
Yeah.
Networking and hooping. Now,
Yeah.
I've hooped in Philly. I hooped in LA. Networking and hooping.
Yeah.
It's just like you got people arguing over, oh,
Yeah.
you fouled me. So be real with me.
Yeah.
How have you managed the networking and then
Right.
the hooping, because people be like, I ain't gonna network you. You call that phantom foul.
Right. You know what's funny is you know, on the court stuff is on the court stuff. There's
Okay.
you know, there is like an element of no, there's not an element of that. Hey, when you're on the court, bro, it's just you're on the court, bro. That's it. That's what it's come down to. But when you're off the court, bro, we try to stress, like, you know, shake people's hands and like, you know, be cordial and stuff. When it's on the court, it's sort of understood that, you know, we let basketball be basketball, but when it's off the court, you know, we got more important things. Nobody hears, or probably not, but nobody hears like making to the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's some overseas people that pull up to hoops in the park, you know. But you know, it's one of those things where yeah, basketball is just gonna be basketball.
So there ain't never been a time where you just under your jersey was a referee jersey. He's like,
Nah, there definitely
This
is,
guy.
bro. There definitely is. You know, there's definitely moments where, damn, I've sometimes been the person that's, you know, the culprit. You know what I mean? Oh, for sure, bro. I'm a dog on the court, bro.
Okay.
Bro, if you didn't know, like, you know, people who hoops in the park know, but like, you know, I'm not gonna get into it too crazy. But yeah, the pitbull's here. You know, so yeah.
Okay.
No, that's real. Because, like, I mean, being a smaller guard, you can't, like, forget my French, but you can't be no bitch at all.
No,
Yeah.
I would be classified as a smaller guard, and
Yeah.
I agree with that as well,
yeah.
because people, you know, look at my stature, and I'm like, look here, I guard 1 through 5.
Yeah.
I'm
But I
gonna
mean,
make it hell.
Facts.
Yeah, but like in the Pacific Northwest in general, I just feel like we produce some of the best guards. Period. Like between here to Seattle, like there's a lot of slept on talent.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Seattle.
Yeah.
Maybe holding it down.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie though. Even here though, like it may not be all NBA guys, but whether it's
Oh,
like
facts, yeah.
Andrew Andrews, Vic Sanders, Silas, Jazz Johnson, like
Yup.
there's a lot of dudes who like put in serious work overseas right now.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's,
Like James.
I was and that's without saying Mike, because I mean that's like a
right.
you know.
Yeah.
He's on a different shelf.
Yeah, I'm saying,
No,
yeah,
respect to all those
yeah,
dudes.
yeah.
Respect.
Because like he could really be in the league if he felt like just being the 10th guy.
Right,
Yeah, but
right. He don't want to play that role when he's number one.
I was like, when he,
Yeah.
bro, he's be a rock star over here or worry about trade deadline stuff every like.
Right.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He did that already with.
I was saying,
Phoenix.
he's done it
did
multiple
that.
times
He did
now.
that. Yeah.
So, because Tay has this segment, we have guests. Now,